Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, today I got an incredible video, but before we go any further, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Okay, if this is your first time landing on Marcel Profits, welcome. For everybody else, let's get this into the algorithm. Let's get some comments in here. Let me know where you chiming in from. Let me know what you got going on. Let me know how the market was for you today. All right, now in this video I'm going to break down a trade that I took today that made us 30+% in the Prosperity Collective. Okay, it was NVDA. Saw a really good opportunity to take puts, and it's actually forming an even better opportunity for a longer term play. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so I got NVIDIA pulled up here on the 15-minute, and I'm going to show you guys exactly the play that we took earlier today to get that 30+%. Okay, so we opened up, up, right? I think it was about like 1.42% up that that NVIDIA opened up. And usually I like the orb, right? I'm a huge orb fan. Like, I like to see what things do in the first 30 minutes, because that first 15 to 30 minutes can be a lot of noise, but there are situations where the first 15 minutes can give you a really strong story. Okay, so with this particular stock, we got a head and shoulders forming on the daily. We got we got SPY wanting to come down on the weekly. So when you see stocks up on something that's supposed to be coming down on a weekly, you see it up on a Monday, a lot of times you may see a little bit of a failure of that higher level. And if you can get a failure after, of that first 15 minutes, right, then it could be sliding down. Not saying that it won't bounce, at the low of day, but you have the opportunity to to ride it down. So that's exactly what happened here in NVIDIA. I saw that we got the the failed to up using the strat method. Let me make this like a little bit bigger. We got this failed to up candle right here. So I was like, you know what? With it closing in just a few, let me go ahead and take that. I took it when it was probably about right here, probably about 177.50, right? And then it wound up closing a little bit more. Then the next candle it popped up, and then it came down. But we caught about 30% on it. This was a very frustrating trade, to be honest. The reason is because it did go back and retest the top of that failed to up. So even though we were in profit at like 10%, we stayed in, and then we were down about 20%. A lot of people in the collective was like, they're like, "Sell, what's going on? Like, what we doing, Marcel Profits? You supposed to be Marcel Profits. What's going on?" I'm like, all right, look, as long as we hold a structure, we're going to be all right. All right. So we held structure. Everybody was also willing to be patient and trust the teachings and the guidance and the knowledge that I'm imparting in you guys. And we, made it out with 30%. Some people made, 40, 50+% in that particular trade. So it was a, beautiful setup. And we profited on a Monday. I think Zay also called a play on SMCI. So yeah, we get it in. We always like to take our time on Monday to set the tone and make sure that we are like just laying a firm foundation. I like to look at Monday as a is the basement, it's the foundation, it's the ground level, and then you get a win there, you feel good, and you don't got to go rush it on Tuesday and Wednesday. You can go in and do the same thing, find you a nice play, right? We're trading less and we are getting more. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna show y'all what I'm seeing on the daily too, y'all. I want y'all to see this. So on the daily, we got the 3 down. Matter of fact, it's the weekly is really more so what I'm concerned about. So with the weekly, we have a failed to up on the weekly, right? A failed to up on the weekly is a strong reversal signal. And this baby looks like it wants to come down. On the daily, we have a head and shoulders, like I mentioned in the watch list. I just want to see a break below 174.50 to feel really confident. I'm actually already in some swings, like I mentioned on the watch list. I was like, I'm in the swing for puts because of that head and shoulders on the daily. Let me go back to that to show y'all. The head and shoulders on the daily just looks too clean. It looks too clean. It's a lot of people that are bullish on this, but I'm like, man, do you not see this left shoulder, this head, and this right shoulder? If I make it a little bit skinnier and taller, you might understand, right? It has a huge opportunity. Now look at it now. Look at that head and shoulders. This is the neckline right here. Right where my mouse is. Right? This is the neckline. Right here. Once we close below that, it is lights out. All right. I am getting in early because I like the setup on the daily with the bearish engulfing, right? It completely took out the fail to down, created a fail to up on the weekly, and is probably going to wind up closing bearish today. So I like this for an early entry and riding it down. And if we come and break the bottom part of this neckline, I will just continue to add to my position. All right, so that's the play. We made a killing on a Monday, and looking to scoop up some more throughout the week. Again, you can swing this out, 2 weeks to 30 days just to make sure that you guard against any sort of drawdown or pops that we may have in the market. All right, listen, every single day we are in the group and we are imparting knowledge on you. We're making sure that you're going from not knowing much to being able to trade with your eyes closed. All right, we got people leaving their job. We got people getting different jobs so that they can put more money into the market because they're so excited with this new skill set that they've acquired. This is not something that you have to be a rocket scientist for, but you do need to start working on yourself. I'm never going to sell you anything. I'm never going to sell you a dream. I'm never going to overshoot. I'm going to tell you like it is because I understand exactly what you need, because I was that person losing money. I was that person not being able to figure it out and desperately clawing, trying to figure it out. But then I realized it was me the whole time. The market don't know Marcel. The market doesn't know you. Whatever your name is watching on the other end, they don't know you. They can't see they don't know who you are behind the keyboard. They know liquidity, right? They know impatience. They know stop losses. They know all of these different, behavior patterns. And you just got to make sure that you have the savvy to navigate it. And that savvy, like I said, is one, learning the skill set, but it's also disciplining yourself, disciplining your mind, having patience. You got people that, be ready to, call it quits when something doesn't go their way immediately. That's not how the world works. That's not how life works. That's not how the market works. All right. It's time to buckle down, man. We're going into another year. We got to stop playing. Okay. Now listen, the Prosperity Collective. All right. You pay your monthly fee. You will make it back. In fact, you will more than make it back if you just follow the teachings. We got a 7+ hour course in there that comes free with your membership. We have work sessions. We have knowledgeable people in the community who've gotten real results. You got me and Zay. Come on, it's a win, and we just don't stop winning. All right, I'm done. All right, listen. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Remember, you always got to invest smart so you can live free. All right, I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.